Well, now he's changing his tune. The Liberals have officially announced they will run deficits. Modest deficits, they claim. Well, maybe 3 modest deficits, at least. Well, maybe modest to the tune of at least $10 billion a year. Friends, we've seen the so-called modest deficits from the Liberal government of Ontario that just keep going, and now the This was unthinkable a generation ago. This province's credit rating has been downgraded, and we cannot risk anything like that happening at the national level. That's today, friends, but I know some of us remember a few years back, remember the mess we had federally. When the Liberals had modest deficits back in the 1970s that went on for nearly 30 years, and they only ended with huge tax increases and deep Liberal cuts to health care and education. Friends, they messed it up before, big time. Let's not give them a chance to do it again. Then there's the NDP. They too have made tens of billions of dollars of spending promises, at least $35 billion a year and counting. You know, Mulcair just put out his fully costed plan, and it was so vague you couldn't actually tell what they were spending money on. They can't tell us which promises they're actually funding and which ones they aren't. We've counted the promises they actually made, conservatively priced them. $35 billion a year, a deficit of at least $8 billion, the rest they claim paid for by tax increases, modest tax increases. Vous savez, mes amis, nous avons vu la gestion désastreuse du NPD dans beaucoup de provinces qu'il a dirigées, y compris l'Ontario. Friends, we have seen how this NDP theory really works in too many provinces, including right here. They can claim, the NDP can claim all they want, that they'll balance the budget by raising taxes, but tax increases do not balance the budget. They just kill jobs, they hurt taxpaying families, and they wreck the economy. And they wreck the economy just like the NDP did when they were in power in Ontario, in British Columbia, and everywhere else, and we have got to work hard to make sure that never happens. Le programme économique du NPD et les libéraux fédéraux créeraient des déficits permanents et des hausses fiscales. Be under no illusion. The economic agendas of both the NDP and the federal Liberals would mean permanent deficits and tax hikes, big ones. Incredibly, friends, in spite of this fragile economy, they are both actually campaigning for tax increases. They don't like to call it that, but what they are campaigning for specifically, both admit it, are huge increases to payroll taxes paid by both employers and employees. They would both introduce big hikes to your payroll taxes for CPP. Friends, their proposals, the illiberal proposal, which is the more modest, would cost a Canadian earning just $60,000 a year, $1,000 right out of their pocket, and another $1,000 for your employer, or double for you if you are self-employed. Over 2/3 of small business in this country say they will freeze or cut wages, and over 1/2 say they will cut jobs if that happens. The Liberals and NDP are also advocating big hikes to your payroll taxes for EI. For the Liberals, it's another tax hike at $2 billion a year. Why not? Why not? After all, the Liberal leader declared the other day when pressed on this, that he said a large percentage of small business are just tax shelters. Really? Really? I mean, look around at what's going on here at Lamsar. You've got 130 people fabricating steel and pipe, selling their products in Canada, in the United States. where safety and structural integrity are of the highest importance. I talked to Vice President Dave Hill. He tells me that if we stay on track, they're going to be building a new shop, expanding their office space, but their taxes matter to that future, and they matter a lot. Situation. There are hundreds of thousands of small and medium-sized businesses who stand to lose big time if they get payroll tax hikes instead of the payroll tax reduction for EI that we are promising. Because Canada's small businesses, friends, are not tax avoidance schemes. They're the backbone of the middle class. Would be a nightmare scenario for small businesses, for jobs, for taxpayers. And the simple fact is, why do they want all this tax? The simple fact is, the Liberals and the NDP want to spend more money because they think they know best how to spend your money better than you. As Conservatives, we understand that your money belongs to you, not to any bureaucrat and not to any politician. Quite simply, in this time of global economic uncertainty, the NDP and the Liberals will take our fragile economy, our national economy, off track. It would lead to job losses and downsizing, to investment cuts and business closures everywhere, including right here in Sarnia and Lambton. Imagine waking up on October 20th. The polls tell us this is possible. To find an NDP government or a Liberal government making decisions on borrowing money and on your taxes. Think about that for a moment and tell me, friends, that we will work hard every single day to ensure those who want reckless spending, deficits, and tax increases do not get their hands on our economy for the next 4 years. Friends, as I said, these are the choices, the real choices. On October 19th, two different paths, two different outcomes. On a single day, two different outcomes that will matter for the next 4 years. For Canadian families, there is a lot to think about, a lot at risk. Because if we mismanage our economy in the face of global uncertainty, then we cannot afford anything else. Peu importe ce que disent le NPD et les libéraux, on ne peut pas emprunter ou taxer le retour à la prospérité. No matter, friends, what the NDP and Liberals say, we know that we cannot borrow or tax our way back to prosperity. I am sure there are people in this room who are looking to retire over the next 4 years, or looking to start a family, or get married, or buy a home. Our plan for you is to protect our economy, to keep lowering your taxes for workers, for families, for seniors, for all Canadians. Plan. That's why, for example, we are enhancing the universal child care benefit. The other guys are against it, but we are going to deliver it. The payroll taxes, the other guys want to raise them, but we will lower them.